So Chaos Origins has finally arrived, and with Chaos Origins we've been given access to the Angelechy deck. I've been testing this deck for hours. I fell in love with it. It's so fun. The Angelechy cards are synchro monsters that can be put into your spell and trap zones to have certain effects. Some of the Angelechy monsters' effects include being able to limit your opponent to 5 monster effects in a single turn. And in order to get access to all of your Angelechy cards, all you need to do is summon a level 8 synchro, and that level 8 synchro is completely generic, so you can use any archetype of cards to do it. The archetype I have chosen to do it is P.U.N.K. It's super consistent with getting out this level 8 synchro, and even if you're not able to access your main combo lines, there's still so much you can do to pivot the game into your favor. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll get more done in the future for you guys. Okay, so let's start with the deck profile now. I'll just go through the cards. I'll explain a little bit why we're playing each type of card and what they kind of do. Why do we play it? Especially in these ratios, you'll see a lot of my cards, it doesn't really make sense, the ratios, but I'll explain why in a second. So we start off the deck with one P.U.N.K Ogre Dance. Basically allows us to search any level 3 or level 5 P.U.N.K monster. The reason why we play one of these is just because it's a P.U.N.K name. It's another effect we can use, and it doesn't really brick our hand. We use P.U.N.K Rising Scale. The reason we play 2 is because she's easily searchable. She's searchable off the P.U.N.K, so we play 3 of those and 3 emergency teleports, and we use the emergency teleports in order to summon the P.U.N.K and search the Rising Scale. Or we can even use, because we play 3 Foxy Tune, we can use Foxy Tune's effect in order to special summon the P.U.N.K and search the Rising Scale. All the Rising Scale allows us to do is special summon Shirakusai and go straight into our combo, and I'll show you more of that in our combo guide. We play one Witness of the Ancient, which is searched off of our synchro monster in order to get into all of our Angelechy cards. Arguably our strongest card. The only reason we play one is because he's so searchable. We play 2 Phydralis, and the reason we play 2 of him and not 3 is because he doesn't consistently come up enough to justify a 3rd one, and we play so many interruptions in this deck that I don't want to keep seeing the same interruptions in my hand. We do play 3 Ash Blossom in this deck, but that's only because we can use Ash Blossom as an offensive hand trap and a defensive hand trap. In order to play around Fua, the 3 Ash Blossom helps that quite a bit. We play 1 Deer Note. Our Deer Note is our level 5 monster that gets paired with level 3 monsters in order to go into our level 8 synchro monster. Shirakusai is a non-negotiable, we need it in the deck. Wagon is cuttable, but I'll show you why in the combo guides. She's actually really good. She helps search our field spell. A lot of people who don't flip and read, when you go to activate Wagon, they'll activate an effect that targets it using like Imperm or Effect Veiler, so you don't search the field spell. And by doing that, we get a free draw. 3 Xiaomin, that should be standard, but she basically searches any other P.U.N.K card for us. Really strong card. I've chosen to go, instead of with hand traps, quick play spells, and the reason for this is because the deck already plays 3 emergency tele, a called by, huge monsters, floodgates. This deck loses to that kind of thing. So in order to help combat that, we're playing 3 Radiant Typhoon, 1 MST, 3 Droplet, 1 called by, 2 Eclipse, and 3 E-Teles, and 1 Forbidden Crown. I play 2 Book of Eclipse instead of 3 Forbidden Crown, but like, play around with those ratios. You can swap it out for anything. For the Angelechy engine, we play 3 Problem. It's our field spell. We need it in the combo, and if we just draw a Problem and any other spell card or trap card, we can use its effect to get instant access to our Angelechy monsters. And that's also another reason I decided to play the quick play spells instead of regular hand traps, is because we can discard those using Angelechy Problem. So sometimes Problem with too many physical hand traps, too many monster hand traps, we lose access to the card itself. It's no longer live, but because we've chosen to play quick play spells instead, it's always live. We've played 1 P.U.N.K Jam Extreme Session. The field spell is really good. each time Psychic Monster pays life points to activate an effect, we get to draw a card, and that can be done twice. So you have 2 opportunities to gain more hand traps. Very nice. Disturbance, we use this because we pitch it to the graveyard off of Problems effect. I'll show you that in the combo guide. And it allows us to search Angelechy Opening to E4. Now, Opening to E4 is a really strong card. Even though it's engine for the Angelechy cards, it's technically also a hand trap. So if your opponent goes first, you can special summon 3, well, it says 2, but I'll show you exactly how you can summon 3 Angelechy monsters on your opponent's go, and in one of those monsters is the monster that limits your opponent to 5 monster effects per turn. So your opponent goes first, and he can only activate 5 monster effects in that go. That shuts down so many decks and is so OP for so many reasons, and I'll show you that more in the combo guide. So in our extra deck, we play 1 Rising Carp. I'll show you why we do this. All of our extra deck are monsters we use no matter what. We use every single one of these monsters in our combo, and I'll show you exactly how to use them. The only one we don't use is Golden Cloud Beast Malong, and that's only because he's a Fragilist target. But we can summon him anyway, because we play so many level 3s. So we play Optimise Zoken, Chaos Angel, Black Winged Assault Dragon. We play 2 of those. So the main focus of our build of this deck is not to necessarily set up negates, but burn damage. We're able to put out 2 Black Winged Assault Dragons, which deal 700 damage each. So that's 1,400 damage, and then 2 Destroyer, which deal 500 damage each. That alone is 2,400 damage each time your opponent activates 1 card effect. That means in 4 card effects, you've won the game. Not to mention, most other decks I've played against have some form of pay life points do this. Whether you're playing against flipping elemental heroes and they pay half their life points to special summon a card, they don't realize just how well that plays into our strategy. We play 1 Shatranga, 1 Bastion, 1 Blackwing Dragon, 1 Glitch Clutch No Gainer. He's the level 8 Synchro that gains us access to everything else in this deck. 2 Destroyer helps burn our opponent, and each one of these Angelechy monsters has a second effect. You don't really use it except for Enlisted's effect, which is basically we can target our opponent's monster, banish it. And then we play the single Jam Fever. Jam Fever is really good. We can put up a ton of level 8s. So when we summon Jam Fever, we can pay 600 points, draw 1 card. If we got the field spell on the field as well, we can draw a second card because we've paid life points using a psychic monster. So it's basically a draw 2, and then we get the effect that says we can detach 1 material, negate an activation of a monster effect, and destroy it. So we're able to put a Jam Fever out early and play around Nibiru, because this is a heavy combo deck and it does lose to Nibiru, but because we're playing a P.U.N.K engine and we can put Jam Fever out early, we actually play around Nibiru. Side deck, play what you want. Honestly, this is just what I found is most consistent for me, but play whatever you want. It really doesn't matter. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck profile. Let's get straight into the combos. Okay, so we've just ran our first test hand. Assuming we didn't go first, we've got Angelechy Opening to the E4, which should give us access to all of our Angelechy monsters. So yeah, we've got an MST if we went second, we've got an Ash Blossom to negate whatever our opponent's doing, and we've got Called by the Grave as well to help protect us. Activate Foxy Tune's effect, and we'll pitch the Angelechy Opening to E4. It doesn't really matter, this is just a dead card in our hand. We'll then summon the Zeamin. Usually you try summon the Wagon out first to get the most value out of the field spell, but because we've not got any other P.U.N.K cards, usually if you have a second P.U.N.K card you can do it, but we don't. So we'll summon out Zeamin. Zeamin effect will activate and we can add our Rising Scale. Now because we have a Foxy Tune in the grave, we can activate Rising Scale's effect to banish Foxy Tune and special summon itself, and we can then activate Rising Scale's effect in order to special summon out our Shirakusai. Special summon that, and at this point you'll notice Shirakusai plus Xaymin. All you need is 2 P.U.N.K monsters, and one of them be Shirakusai, and you've got access to the main combo line. So we'll then activate Shirakusai's effect, and we summon Rising Carp using any 2 P.U.N.K monsters. For this, I'm going to use Xaymin and Shirakusai, because if we have another level 8 on the field, I'll show you exactly why. That can help add to our combo. So we'll then special summon Rising Carp. So we'll activate Xaymin's effect, doesn't really mean much for us. We'll then activate Rising Carp's effect, and we'll special summon out from the deck Wagon and Dino. We'll summon out Wagon just so we can get the effect, and Dino. So we need the level 8s on the field. We'll then activate Wagon's effect, and at this point, if our opponent decides to imperm Wagon, we'll also get another draw, but let's say for argument's sake, they didn't have the imperm, we'll then activate it, and when we go into our next, I'll show you exactly what it does. So we can go into Glitch Clutch Null Gainer using the Wagon and the Dino, and summon it in your extra monster zone just so we don't clog our zones. Then we'll activate Null Gainer 1, Dino 2, and Dino will summon back Rising Carp. Then Glitch will add back Witness of the Ancient from our deck to our hand. And what we can do here is go straight into Jam Fever. So you can summon Jam Fever just off 1 Rising Carp, but because we have 2, we can just use, 2 level 8s, we can just use both of them to go straight into it. Pitch 1 to the graveyard, and then draw a card, and then Jam Extreme Sessions effect will activate, and we'll draw another card. So look at how many flipping interactions we have. I'm going to activate Radiant Typhoon Vision again to draw 2 cards and then discard 1. And there you go, we'll discard Mystical Space Typhoon. Look at how many interruptions are in our hand. And the combo isn't even close to being done. So let's activate Witness of the Ancient. We'll special summon Witness of the Ancient to our field, and we'll activate its effect. So you want to go into Jam Fever before you activate Witness of the Ancient, because Witness of the Ancient locks us into Synchro monsters for the rest of the turn. So we'll get Destroyer on the field and Bastion on the field. That's it. You can do up to 3, but only do 2, because we then summon a token off of the effect, and we want a level 2 token, so we can go straight into Chaos Angel. We'll then activate the effect of Destroyer and Bastion. Doesn't really matter what order you do it in. And we'll put Shatranga on the field, and we'll add the field spell from the deck to our hand. Then what we'll do is activate Shatranga's effect in order to add a trap card, which is the Disturbance, from our deck to our hand. We can then use our 2 monsters on the field in order to go into Chaos Angel. And then don't activate Chaos Angel's effect, or you might have to activate it in order to clear up a zone, because we do need 1 empty zone for this. Activate Glitch Clutch Null Gainer's effect, and we'll bring back the Witness of the Ancient. What this allows us to do is then go into Ultimate Azoken and summon it in the extra monster zone, put in defense position, and we can then use Angelechy Problem and set it in order to activate Zoken's effect and special summon a black winged dragon from the grave. Activate Problem, and we will use Problem's effect to pitch the Disturbance. We'll then activate Disturbance's effect in the grave as Chainlink 2 in order to add a opening to E4 to our hand. We'll then special summon Enlisted, and we'll put a Destroyer in our Spell and Trap zone. Now we'll special summon Black Winged Assault Dragon, Synchro summon it first, and then we can special summon it by banishing the Black Winged Dragon and Enlisted from our graveyard. And that is it. That is full combo, and we also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 interruptions in our hand. This is genuinely the strongest deck I've seen in a while, and that is the strongest endboard I've seen in a while. Our opponent can only activate 4 cards before being completely burned and losing the game. And if he activates a 5th card and he isn't burned, he somehow outs our 2 monsters, then Shatranga's effect will limit him to 5 monster effects. We have Bastion to protect our Angelechy burn cards. We've got Chaos Angel to protect our Synchro monsters. We've got Jam Fever to negate a monster effect. We've got Forbidden Droplet, I'd say set a Forbidden Droplet, to negate up to 5 monster effects if we pitch our entire hand. We've got an Ash Blossom, I'm sure I don't need to explain that to you guys. Called by the Grave, we could have activated on our own turn. And Book of Eclipse, I mean, we've only got 1 free spell and trap zone, so do what you think's best for that. But yeah, this is the end board. If our opponent decided to do anything, they'd basically be burned to death. So yeah, I think Angelechy has a lot of potential as a deck and as a strategy going forward. I'm really interested to see what Konami do with adding more support to the deck. Leave your thoughts in the comments and let me know what archetype you'd like to see next. I'm going to be working on a couple of others for you guys, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, that whole shebang, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Thank you guys so much for watching.